Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rama. Welcome to the very first episode of Universe Mode here on WWE 2k22. We're kicking the series off with the Raw after Wrestlemania at the American Airlines Center here in Dallas, Texas, coming off an stupendous two-night WrestleMania where we saw lots of action go down. But let's get this started, and we have none other than Mr. McMahon, the chairman of the company, making his way to the ring. Welcome everybody to the channel. If you are new here and you're excited for this series, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more WWE 2k22 content. I am amped, ready to bring this one to you. But we have the boss himself making his way to the ring, coming up the steps, so we gotta listen to what Mr. McMahon has to say, as you gotta know it's going to be something of importance as he makes his way into the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw. Last night, history was made. We saw the best collide on the grandest stage of them all, and names cement their legacies. We saw Stone Cold compete in his first match in 19 years. We also saw Roman Reigns make history and win both the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship. But tonight, it's the Raw after WrestleMania. A new era begins tonight, so sit back and relax. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the beginning of a new universe. And now it's time for the new WWE Champion, the man who won in the main event last night at WrestleMania Sunday. The Tribal Chief, the head of the table, arguably the greatest superstar of all time, Roman Reigns, to make his way to the ring. His first appearance on Raw since winning the WWE Championship gets him access to the show. Not carrying the Universal Championship with him, but you cannot argue the accomplishments he has had with that title. Nobody has been able to stop this man. Beat Brock Lesnar last night, now the double champion. And he's got a couple of things to say, we have heard, as he will grab a microphone and talk to the universe here at Dallas, Texas. Not getting a warm welcome despite being the undisputed champion of WWE. No bloodline, no Paul Heyman with him tonight. Just Roman Reigns, just the head of the table. Dallas, Texas, acknowledge me. Well, here's somebody that might have something different to say. The almighty Bobby Lashley is in Dallas, Texas, and he's making his way to the ring. The former two-time WWE champion is back, and we saw it last night. He beat Omos in a one-on-one match, the first person to ever beat Omos in a feat of strength. A spear put down the big man. And I don't think Lashley is here to acknowledge Roman Reigns as his tribal chief. We'll have to see what Lashley has to say. Roman Reigns, I acknowledge you. I acknowledge you as nothing but a paper champion. You won that WWE Championship after it was stolen from me without me getting pinned. See, you beat Brock Lesnar. I beat Brock Lesnar before you did at the Royal Rumble. I demand a title shot. I demand my rematch. And I'm going to get it after I beat you tonight, because I'm challenging you to a one-on-one match here tonight in Dallas, Texas, in the main event. Oh my gosh, Bobby Lashley has challenged Roman Reigns, and we can confirm this match is official. Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns one-on-one in our main event tonight in Dallas, live on Monday Night Raw. Well, what an explosive night it's been already, and we're just getting started. We got 7 matches here for you guys tonight. We're going to start off with Randy Orton going one-on-one against Angelo Dawkins, one half of the Tag Team Champions, going up against one half of the Street Profits. Reggie will defend his new 24/7 championship. Yes, he beat Dana Brooke in a backstage segment, and he will defend that title against R-Truth tonight in the second match. Then we'll see more tag team partners go one-on-one, where Liv Morgan with Rhea Ripley at ringside will go up against one half of the former Women's Tag Team Champions and Zelina Vega with Carmella in her corner. In the fourth match, we'll see Veer Mahaan make his Raw debut. He'll go one-on-one against Akira Tozawa. And in the fifth match of tonight, one that's been personal both on Raw and on NXT, Robert Roode goes one-on-one against Tommaso Ciampa, who we can confirm is a Raw superstar. And in the sixth match, Rey Mysterio will go one-on-one against The Miz. These two on opposite sides of the tag team at WrestleMania, where The Miz got the victory. So Rey Mysterio looking for some revenge. And then the big main event, Bobby Lashley goes one-on-one against Roman Reigns. Now on to the results of the early matches on the card. Randy Orton beats Angelo Dawkins. R-Truth wins the 24/7 championship for the 54th time by beating Reggie. Liv Morgan beat Queen Zelina, and then Veer Mahaan wins his Raw debut. He is victorious over Akira Tozawa, and that leads us into our first feature match, Robert Roode versus Tommaso Ciampa. But before we do get there, a couple of highlights from earlier on in the night. We saw after Queen Zelina's loss, her and Carmella came to blows, so I think it's safe to say that their partnership is over. And then we did see Veer Mahaan, impressive victory over Akira Tozawa, showing some springboard moonsault off the second rope before locking in a modified crossface on Tozawa, and Tozawa had no choice but to tap out. So in his Raw debut, Veer Mahaan is victorious over Tozawa. That'll bring us to our first feature matchup in a match between two superstars who have developed quite the rivalry. Robert Roode makes his way to the ring first, one half of the Dirty Dogs, and you can see his tag team partner, the NXT champion, Dolph Ziggler, flanked to his right. Ziggler picked up a big win 2 days ago at NXT Stand and Deliver against Braun Breaker to retain his NXT championship. We'll talk more about that at the end of the night. That is far from over, so stick around for that one. But Robert Roode gets the call tonight. He's going to go one-on-one against Tommaso Ciampa, the newest superstar. Roode, also a former NXT champ, and he's had a little bit of single success here on the main roster as well, a former United States champion. But here comes Raw's newest superstar, Tommaso Ciampa, the former two-time NXT champion. No one will survive, as he likes to say, as he makes his way to the ring. Now, this isn't Tommaso Ciampa's first match ever on Raw, but this is his first official match as a Raw superstar. So you can say this is his de facto debut as he makes his way to the ring. He's had plenty of issues with Dolph Ziggler in recent months. Ever since Dolph Ziggler stepped foot down at NXT, Tommaso Ciampa has took exception to Dolph Ziggler invading his home. And now, ironically, it's Tommaso Ciampa walking up into Raw for the first time as a superstar. So you could say he's almost invading Dolph Ziggler's home. But he has unfinished business, and he's not going to get Ziggler tonight. But he is going to get Robert Roode. And I think a victory over Robert Roode tonight could set him up for another encounter against Dolph Ziggler. Who knows? It could be for that NXT championship. Ciampa has fought Ziggler in the past. He did not come away victorious, but him and former NXT champion Braun Breaker fought a tag team victory over the Dirty Dogs. So a lot going on, wins back and forth. As you can see, Ciampa staring down Ziggler and Roode, who are right in front of him at ringside. Superstars, fans excited here tonight. Raw after WrestleMania. Got to get in on the action as our first feature match of the evening is almost underway. It's going to be Robert Roode versus Tommaso Ciampa. The bell has rung. And here we go, one-on-one here in Dallas, Texas. Ciampa picks up Roode with the early advantage, and he's going to drop him face first into the mat. That's a quick start for Tommaso Ciampa. Now a drop kick to the down Robert Roode. He's going to stay on the offense. Got to get started early. You can tell Ciampa's going to have a lot of adrenaline. He had an emotional goodbye Saturday. Hashtag thank you, Ciampa. But he's got to put all that behind him. He's got to put his NXT success. He's got to put his emotions for the former black and gold brand to the side. He's got to deal with Robert Roode tonight, former NXT champion, former multi-time tag team champion, former United States champion. So Robert Roode, plenty of success here in the WWE as Ciampa on the second turnbuckle with a modified tornado DDT, and now with the ground and pound on Roode. As for Roode, this would be a big victory for him. Can you imagine Ciampa's Raw debut in Dallas, Texas, the Raw after WrestleMania, and Roode spoils that with a victory? Can't put that past the Glorious One, as now Ciampa leans him up against the ropes with a shot to the face. Now a shot to the back, bounces off the ropes, another shot to the back, and Roode falls to the canvas. Roode's had a hard time getting out of the box, but that's going to help. A flying forearm connects across the face to Ciampa, and now Roode takes control. He's got Ciampa up on his shoulders, and a modified, almost attitude adjustment into a neck breaker, as Robert Roode now on the offense. Ziggler at ringside cheering on his Dirty Dog partner. They've had plenty of success as a tag team, but it's kind of nice to see both of them going at it in solos competition in recent months, as now Robert Roode continues his offense on Ciampa. Knee to the back, arms across the chin. Ciampa is close to the ropes, but he will not need him as he gets out of it. And now Ciampa back on the offense, a couple strikes. He's going to drag Roode around, and he's just going to spin him. And collar and elbow tie up. Now Roode with the advantage picks up Ciampa, but Ciampa out the backside and attacks the back of the left knee. Chops down Robert Roode to the canvas. Both these superstars, former NXT champions we mentioned, both had very good reigns as NXT champion. Ciampa just had 2, Roode had 1. But, you know, that was a long time ago. It's now 2022. It's a new era, a new universe here. As Ciampa with the offense, he's going to climb to the second turnbuckle. Quite far away as Ciampa couldn't quite reach Roode. I think he didn't realize how much he had to get on that jump. Now tries to go on Roode, but Roode actually counters. He gets the upper hand, a couple forearms to the jaw as that'll rock Ciampa. Now back to a standing base. Whip into the far corner. Ziggler actually throws a chair into the ring. It's not legal, but it could get the ref's attention. As now Roode's going to climb to the second turnbuckle himself. He wants Ciampa to get to his feet. He's going to wait for it. He's going to jump off. And there's another neck breaker working on that neck. You know, Ciampa's had plenty of neck injuries in the past, and that could be very dangerous. One wrong move, like a glorious DDT, that could do it actually. Floats over into the pin. 1, 2, and no! Ciampa gets the shoulder up. Oh, Robert Roode out of nowhere hits the glorious DDT, but it wasn't enough as Roode cannot connect, and now he's going to stay on the offense. Ciampa from behind. Ref finally disposes of the chair. There's a neck breaker of his own that puts Roode to the canvas. Now Ciampa is going to pick up Roode. There's a nice suplex. Doesn't go for the pin. Instead, Ciampa is going to go to the ropes, but Roode's quickly back to his feet, and he catches Ciampa in the air and hits him with a power bomb. Nice counter by Roode, as Roode's had all the control since that initial flurry from Ciampa. But now Ciampa, a couple right hands, Roode trying to block. I don't know if he quite blocked all of those. And now Ziggler steps up to the apron. I think he realizes his partner's in a little bit of trouble. Him and Ciampa jaw at it, and now Roode trying to take control. He's got Ciampa back up on his shoulders. He's going to walk to the ropes, tries to drop him, and just power bombs him out of the ring. Oh man, all the way down to the floor. That's a far fall on the back, in the back of his head. Roode, though, is not going to let Ciampa breathe as he hits a suplex on the outside. Continues the offense on Ciampa as the ref continues his count. Up to now a count of 4. Both superstars got some time before they have to get back in the ring, as now Roode just continues to work away on that back of Ciampa. Gets him to his feet. It looks like Roode's going to re-enter the ring. And he's going to go back outside, so he breaks the referee's count. But now Ciampa's waiting for him, and he throws Roode into the apron. He bounces off. And now Ciampa goes on the offense. There's a kick to the left arm. Now he's on top. Ground and pound. More punches. Roode trying to get that defense up. But Ciampa continues the offense. Back on top. Now Roode's going to flip him over there. Get a couple forearm shots of his own. It's been a very physical match here. You know, both these superstars don't like each other one bit. As now Roode has worked his way down to the leg. So just targeting all parts of Ciampa's body. It's not a bad strategy. But you have to wonder, would Roode have a little bit more success if he just isolated his offense maybe on that neck? As there's a backstabber to the back of Roode. Nice little piece of offense there by Ciampa. We'll see if that gets him back into this one. Now Ciampa will whip Roode back into the ring. Roode makes it to his feet. Ciampa is there, but Roode's going to connect with a kick to the gut. A couple of punches now. That drops Ciampa. So just when it looked like Ciampa was getting a little bit of offense, Roode right back to it. And now he's stomping away on those fingers of Ciampa. Isolating now, choking the life out of Tommaso Ciampa. But Ciampa quickly back to his feet. He connects with a neck breaker. A little bit of flurry here. The crowd getting Ciampa back into this one. He gets Roode to his feet. And he's going to lift him up looking for that fairy tale ending. And he connects into the cover. 1, 2, and no. Roode does kick out at 2. Ciampa hit him with his best shot out of nowhere. The fairy tale ending. But I don't think Ciampa has done enough to Roode for the victory. As now he lifts him back up on his shoulders. And there's a powerbomb into a backstabber as he gets double knees to the back of Roode. This is smart by Ciampa. You can't allow Roode to breathe. Even though he didn't win with the fairy tale ending, you got to continue the offense. Ziggler on the apron. He might have distracted Ciampa for a second, but Ciampa has not taken his eyes off of the glorious one as there's another neck breaker that drops Roode to the canvas. Roode now swings Ciampa off his feet, trying to regain some of that momentum as he ties up Ciampa now with an inverted atomic drop. Drops him right on the groin area. And now Roode makes the climb back up to the top turnbuckle. Wants Ciampa on his feet, and he can't connect. I think Ciampa dodged Roode. Roode with a bad fall to the canvas. And now another kick to the midsection. Ciampa looking forward again. No, can't quite get the fairy tale ending. Is Robert Roode with a clothesline of his own. Ziggler cheering on his man. I think Roode, is looking for that glorious DDT, and he connects again. A second glorious DDT floats into the cover, but Ciampa gets a foot on the ropes. Roode can't believe it. I think he's just going to try to hit it one more time. Roode goes for the kick. No, Ciampa with a counter. Punch to the face, couple punches. Big boots into the corner. He bounces off the turnbuckle, and Ciampa hits him with the fairy tale ending. The second one of the match. Ref in position. 1, 2, 3. Ciampa is victorious. Picks up the victory over Robert Roode in his Raw Superstar debut. What a match. That one did not come easy for Ciampa, as he had to hit him with the fairy tale ending not once but twice. And Roode gave him a good fight. But it was all Ciampa tonight, and you have to think he has a future date with that man on the outside, Dolph Ziggler. Ciampa would love to be a 3-time NXT champion. We'll have to see what happens in the future. But big win here for Ciampa tonight. Backstage is the new 24/7 champion, R-Truth, with a huge smile on his face. And oh no, R-Truth runs into the beast, Brock Lesnar, who is pissed off after losing his WWE Championship last night, and he has started attacking R-Truth just for the heck of it. I don't think Lesnar cared who he walked into. He was just going to attack anybody. Exposed concrete suplex, now a steel chair right into the ribs of R-Truth, who just won the 24/7 championship probably about an hour ago, and Lesnar just beating the heck out of him with the chair right back to the rib cage. Countless times across the chest, across the abs of R-Truth. His ribs have got to be hurting. Brock Lesnar's taking off any side of frustration he can and lifts up R-Truth. Not an F5 on the concrete. Oh my gosh, an F5. Lesnar, wait, into a pin. There's a ref there. 2, 3. Brock Lesnar is the new 24/7 champion. Well, how about that? Lesnar gets a title tonight. I don't think it's the title he thought he was going to have, but I guess congratulations to the new 24/7 champion. Well, back into the arena we go. We got another match here on the card as Rey Mysterio makes his way to the ring. Mysterio going at it solo tonight. No Dominic. After losing a couple of nights ago, 48 hours ago on Wrestlemania Saturday to the team of The Miz and Logan Paul, and Rey Mysterio looking for a little bit of revenge here tonight. He's not going to get Logan Paul and The Miz. He's just going to get The Miz in a one-on-one encounter. But after what we saw with The Miz laying out Logan Paul, at least we shouldn't really expect to see Logan Paul tonight. I don't think he is in the building. So Rey Mysterio only got to worry about one man tonight. That's The Miz. And you know he'd love to get his hands on the A-lister, as the fans in Dallas, Texas greeting the WWE 2k22 cover star as he awaits the arrival of the two-time WWE Grand Slam winner, The Miz. He says he's awesome, and it's hard to argue against him. The two-time WWE champion, hard to not talk about him after what had happened this weekend. Just laying out Logan Paul. We still have not gotten a word as to why The Miz did attack Logan Paul. You know, we thought they were on the same page. We thought it was his new tag team partner, his most must-see tag team of all time, and it lasted not that long. But there's no question that The Miz has been trending on social media. He has been the talk on Twitter. He has been the talk on Facebook, Instagram, wherever that, TikTok, you know, whatever the kids use these days. The Miz has been trending, and he looks to continue that momentum here tonight with another match against Rey Mysterio. What could be the final chapter in their rivalry. I think Miz did what he did because he has bigger plans. But, like we mentioned earlier, no Logan Paul, no Maurice here tonight either. Is this just The Miz going at it solo? And it doesn't seem like that's bothering him too much, as it'll just be best man wins. The Miz and Rey Mysterio going one-on-one. As here, look at the crowd. Both superstars back in the ring. And here we go. The bell has sounded. It's The Miz versus Rey Mysterio in the co-main event of tonight. The Miz with the early control over Mysterio, excuse me, will slam him into the corner. There's a drop kick right to the face of Mysterio. Miz now got him on the ground. Is going to stomp away at that right hand. As The Miz, like we mentioned earlier, two-time WWE champion, a former United States champion, multi-time intercontinental champion. The Miz has about done it all in the WWE, and he still says he doesn't get the respect he deserves. You know, it's kind of hard to argue against his accolades. You know, you look at the awards and the titles that The Miz has won, you think, yes, he deserves to get all the respect he deserves. But, you know, the way he's gone about it throughout his whole career has just not been endearing to the audience, not been endearing to the WWE Universe, and they just, you know, can't, it's hard to not like, or it's hard to like The Miz, excuse me. As Rey Mysterio fights back into this one, here's I was going to say a Russian leg sweep, but it looks like he landed on his face. And now Mysterio is actually going to climb to the top turnbuckle. Wants The Miz to get back up on his feet. And he takes him down with a Hurricane Rana. The Mysterio, one of the best, well, the best luchador of all time. The best high flyer, arguably, of all time. And he's still looking for that one last run. He thinks he's still got a lot in the tank. You know, he's been a good tag team wrestler for recent memory, but going at it solo tonight, you know, he is obviously a very decorated singles performer, two-time world champion, a former WWE champion as well. As he misses a springboard, though, Miz back up on his feet. Going to tie up Mysterio. He's going to put him in a little modified surfboard as he's got him up elevated. This will target that lower back, maybe the legs as well, in case the Miz wants to go after the figure four. Both superstars still looking for that early advantage as Mysterio has got The Miz up against the ropes, and he's going to throw him outside the ring. Lands hard on the exposed floor. Rey Mysterio now, though, looks like he's going to take off. He's going to hit a drop kick through the ropes. Knocks The Miz down as we go to the outside of the ring. Mysterio still on the offense. Just all over The Miz. Doesn't want to give him a chance to breathe here. As now he's going to throw him into, it looks like, the side of the ring. Maybe caught a little bit of the steps on the way down as the ref has started his count. Count now up to 3 as The Miz lifts Mysterio up and drops him across his knee. And as both superstars doing battle here on the outside, Miz has taken control in the DDT on the floor. As the ref, though, is up 2-5, so both superstars got to keep that count in mind if they want to win by pinfall in the ring. I don't think The Miz really cares. I think The Miz will take any win he can get, so whether it be count out, pin, disqualification, so be it. As the ref is up to 6, both superstars still tying each other up as Rey throws the Miz, off of the apron again. Count up to 8, and it looks like both superstars will finally take the fight back to the ring, where Mysterio has the early advantage, puts him on the second rope, and this is the danger zone. Mysterio off the second rope, goes for the 619, but the Miz caught Mysterio by the legs, drags him back into the ring. Miz says, we're not in the 619, we're in Dallas, Texas. As now stomps away on the leg of Mysterio, trying to take away that 619, trying to set up for that figure 4. But the Miz back against the ropes will be dropped down by Mysterio. Right now slamming the Miz face first into the mat, goes for another springboard and lands across the back of the Miz. And now I'm going to take it to the top rope. Miz is in the drop zone for a frog splash, but he gets the knees up. Miz countering all of Mysterio's best punches so far. So while Mysterio's gotten a couple of majority of offensive maneuvers in, he has yet to connect on that frog splash, has yet to connect on that 619. And the Miz with a nice hard right hand, even though being a southpaw. There's a Russian leg sweep now, and he'll drop the Mysterio as the Miz takes back control. Both superstars' name starts with an M. It's been a little confusing so far in the early going, as now the Miz goes to the top rope, and he hits a just splash down. Don't remember the last time I've seen the Miz hit that maneuver from the top, but it nets him a 2.5. So the Miz, I might want to put that into your arsenal. Now, though, he's going to go for that figure 4. He's going to tie Mysterio up in the middle of the ring. Mysterio has nowhere to go, not close to the ropes, and his legs are being writhed in pain, but he's going to flip the pressure down on the Miz, who is close to the rope. So Mysterio will just let him have it. But Mysterio did survive the figure 4. I'll have to see how much it does take away of his legs, though. As now he's going to take control of the Miz. Walk to the corner. Going to hit with a deep arm drag off the top rope as Mysterio retakes the advantage. No superstars really been able to take full control so far. It looks like Mysterio's going to try to set the Miz up again. He's on the second rope, 619, it connects. Mysterio hit the 619 this time, goes for the springboard, but he misses out. Mysterio failed to connect on the Miz there. And now the Miz with Mysterio from behind, skull-crushing finale. Will this be it? 1, 2, and Mysterio kicks out at 2 9/10. I think the Miz thought that was 3. I thought that was going to be 3-2. But the Miz continues on the offense. Kick to the midsection. There's that trademark, the Miz DDT. And he drops Mysterio down. But Mysterio right back to his feet with a head scissors takedown. And he's going another springboard, and he connects. So Mysterio high-flying offense. Now going to go back to that top rope. I think he's going to look for that frog splash again. Oh, he goes for a foot stomp, it looked like, but he came up way short. And the Miz is going to take control. So that could have been a costly mistake by Mysterio. Wanted that double foot stomp, couldn't get to the Miz in the middle of the ring. As now Mysterio takes back down the Miz, trying to retake control, takes him off his feet. There's a foot stomp, not off the top rope, but a foot stomp nonetheless. And now Mysterio to the outside, right back to the inside. Now he's going to springboard off the inside, but the Miz moves out the way. Takes control of Mysterio. There's a shot to the face, maybe setting up for that skull-crushing finale. No, he's going to hit him with that knee to the back of the head. And now the Miz going back to the figure 4. Will he lock it in? Yes, he does. Mysterio is close to the ropes. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it. Miz got all control, and the Mysterio is actually going to tap out. Rey taps out to the figure 4. And the Miz picks up a huge victory over Rey Mysterio, continues his hot streak. As hard fought by Rey, I thought he was going to take this one. Had plenty of solid offense in this one, but it was the Miz working on Mysterio's legs, working on that lower back, takes control, and finishes him off with the figure 4. A statement win for the Miz. He made Rey Mysterio tap in the middle of the ring. So, very solid past 3 days for the Miz as it continues here tonight as he celebrates in front of Dallas, Texas. And it looks like he has a little bit he wants to say. Miz is actually motioning for a microphone. In the past 48 hours, I have been the most talked about WWE superstar of all time. I beat the Mysterios all by myself, And then I dropped that leech, Logan Paul, and now all of his followers are talking about me. I have officially transcended sports entertainment. I am no longer just a movie star. I am a mega star. Well, wait a second. Hold on 1 second. It is the actual megastar in WWE, LA Knight, making his Raw debut. Oh, what a surprise. This is the Raw after WrestleMania, and LA Knight is here to talk. Hello, Miz. Now, you probably don't know who I am, so let me talk to you. My name is LA Knight, and I am the only megastar in the WWE. Yeah. Oh, and the former loudmouth of NXT with a big boot to the face of The Miz. The talking is over and LA Knight is starting to attack the A-lister. The battle of the now megastars is LA Knight with his first appearance on Raw, making a statement, attacking The Miz. Drops him down, kicks to the back. LA Knight, another one knocks The Miz down. And LA Knight sending a message that there's only one megastar in the WWE. Headbutts now, not two, three headbutts, knocks The Miz off his feet now. Ground and pound on the A-lister. LA Knight using this to make a statement in his Raw debut. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event of the evening. Bobby Lashley making his way to the ring. The Almighty, who returned in the ring just last night against the 7'3" Omos, is now in the ring fighting the GOAT, Roman Reigns. Bobby Lashley making his way to the ring. You also notice no MVP. We have yet to see MVP by the side of Bobby Lashley, as Lashley has decided to go at it alone in the past couple of weeks, as they still maintain they are still good friends. They are still the CEO and Chief Hurt Officer of the Hurt Business. But Bobby Lashley has decided that he wants MVP to stay in the back. He wants to tackle these colossal matches on his own. And when you're Bobby Lashley, you have confidence like that. You know, legit MMA star, a crossover like we haven't seen since Brock Lesnar. And Bobby Lashley now back better than ever. He wants the title that he never lost in his eyes. Now, it's not going to be no easy task, as he's going up against arguably the best superstar of this generation, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns makes his way to the ring for this second time tonight in front of the Dallas fans in his rightful spot as the main event, and making the walk to the aisle. Now, one thing I would think is on the back of Roman Reigns, I don't know if he knows, but Brock Lesnar is in the building. We've seen that. We've confirmed it. He's the new 24/7 champion. But Roman Reigns, all confidence, no bloodline, like we said, no Paul Heyman. They have not made the trip to Raw. They are not certified to be on Raw. So it'll be a one-on-one fair contest. No managers, no bloodline, no cousins. As it'll be Lashley versus Reigns in a match that could have major implications in the world title picture. Now, the next time we will be coming to you guys on pay-per-view, premium live event, will be Backlash. Not WrestleMania Backlash, it is just Backlash this year, as we look to see what is the Backlash coming out of WrestleMania 38. You have to think this match will have major implications on that card, as the pose on the turnbuckle, as we get ready to kick off our main event of the evening, as the head of the table makes his way into the ring. Both superstars back in the ring now in both corners. It is time for your main event. Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns, one-on-one. Here we go in Dallas, Texas. Both superstars tie up in the middle of the ring, and Lashley with an early set of power lifts Reigns up with a gut buster down, as Lashley looking to set the pace early. Both superstars now back in the middle of the ring. This time Roman Reigns lifts Lashley up, and he drops him into the turnbuckle in the corner. So both superstars showing their power of trying to one-up each other. As now Roman Reigns with a couple of fists down. Bobby Lashley, like we said earlier in the night, he told us earlier in the night, the former WWE Champion did not lose his title by being pinned. Remember in the Elimination Chamber back in Saudi Arabia, he was taken out of the contest before he even had a chance to enter it. The powerbomb into the pod. Lashley had a concussion, had a shoulder injury, and we thought he was going to be out of action for quite a few months. Made a return just over a month later in time for WrestleMania. Wanted his spot on the card, picked the biggest fish in the pond in Omos, and beat him 1-2-3. The first superstar to pin Omos in the middle of the ring. So Lashley, in my opinion, he's done a lot to get that title back. He actually has a legit point. Did not get pinned. Has yet to be beaten for the title since winning it at the Royal Rumble. And you'd like to know that Lashley would love to be a 3-time WWE champion. He's just ragdolling Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion. But Reigns comes back with a clothesline down in the middle of the ring. Back to his feet, though, as Lashley. Reigns is going to catch him. He's going to put him on his shoulders, and he's going to just connect with a punch. No technique about that. Just a straight-up fist to the face, but Lashley didn't take too kind to that. He takes Roman Reigns down. So Lashley taking it to the champ is now Roman Reigns, though, back to his feet. He's going to hit a vertical suplex on Lashley. Look to maybe slow it down the pace. All right, as I said, though, Lashley back to his feet. Roman, I think he was looking for another suplex, but this time Lashley fights out of it. Connects with a couple punches to the midsection, and Lashley's going to hit a suplex of his own. So both superstars pretty tit for tat here in the early going. Nobody having too much of an advantage, but what one throws, the other one counters as well. Is now Reigns with his own punches to the midsection. He's going to take Lashley down, hit the ropes, and hit a boot to the face. That might slow down the Almighty, but Lashley right back to his feet right as they say that with another clothesline. Lashley has yet to be down for more than about 5 seconds, and now he's raining down fists, hammer-like rapid-fire fists on the face of Reigns, and now putting on a submission of his own. That would be big if you were to tap out the head of the table, but Roman Reigns kicks out of it. Now Reigns with an Irish whip into the corner. Going to walk over there. He's going to hit with a couple of short arm clotheslines into the corner to Lashley. Now takes him out of the corner and takes him down with a clothesline. This time Reigns not going to allow Lashley to get to his feet. He's just going to start wearing down the Almighty. He's got a grip of that shoulder, but Lashley does come out of it. And this time left hands to the face, just raining down punches. That's going to take a toll on anybody, even if you are Roman Reigns. Lashley now got him up, going for a powerbomb. What a move by Lashley. Just drops Roman Reigns. Now Lashley heading up to the top turnbuckle with a huge splash. But Roman Reigns, for his own good, got the knees up. I don't think he could have taken a big splash like that from Lashley. And now hits another suplex into the ropes on Bobby. Reigns now wants Lashley back to his feet. There's a couple of uppercuts. Lashley, though, counters and hits a belly-to-belly suplex. Nice maneuver there by Lashley to take down Reigns. But Reigns right back to his feet. But Lashley maintains control. He's going to put him in the ropes as they go to the other side. And Lashley hits a crossbody. Just hard impact. Lashley, just the power is just almost unmatched. Not many people can rival the power of Lashley. We did see Omos do it last night. But Lashley, known for one of the strongest men, now he's just going to lift up Reigns, and he's going to drive him down. Goes for the cover. This would be a huge win. 1, 2, and no! Reigns kicks out at about 2.5. Lashley almost had a pin on Reigns. Reigns has been pinned since December of 2019, but there's a big spear. Lashley with all of the momentum. He wants Reigns to get back to his feet. But wait a sec. It's Brock Lesnar. Lesnar is making his way out to the ring. Reigns has rolled out of the ring. Lashley has stopped, and he is awaiting the Beast Incarnate. We mentioned he is mad. Brock Lesnar, no 24/7 championship around his waist. I don't think he really cares about any title besides his WWE championship. And he has been met in the aisle by Lashley and just drops Lashley with a right hand to the back of the head. And he lifts Lashley on his shoulders, going for an F5 on the stage. He drops Lashley And now Lesnar making his way to the ring where there's only one man standing in there, and it's Roman Reigns. Reigns meets Lesnar, though, I think, trying to choke out Lesnar, but Lesnar's not having any of that. Shows off the power and just lifts off Reigns. Couple of punches to the midsection. This is what Lesnar wanted. Blood for blood. He's going to get control. Reigns, though, fighting back for his life. Reigns was just in the middle of a match. Well, Lesnar, all he's done tonight is just beat up R-Truth. Reigns goes for a suplex. Throws Lesnar across the ring, and the head of the table taking control. He wants that spear, though. Lesnar to his feet. Reigns charging across the ring and gets met with a knee right to the face. That'll stop you in your tracks. Now Lesnar picks up Roman. He's going to lock in the Kimura. And Reigns in the middle of the ring. Lesnar just going to throw him off, wear him down. And he's going to get him back to his feet. Get him up on his shoulders, looking for the F5 in Dallas. The Storm is here, an F5 in the middle of the ring. Drops Roman Reigns. But Lesnar, he's not done. He wants Reigns back to his feet. And he's stalking his prey. He's going to get him up for another one. A second F5. Connects in the middle of the ring. Lesnar stands tall. And that is all the time we have for you in this one. Lesnar wants the title back, and we can confirm a breaking blockbuster news. We are going to have a triple threat match at Backlash for the WWE Championship. Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar in a triple threat match. The next time out we will be NXT, where Dolph Ziggler will defend the NXT Championship against Braun Breaker. Breaker gets one more chance on NXT tomorrow night, so you don't want to miss that one. In the next episode of Raw, we will see the Raw return of Cody Rhodes. He'll be making his in-ring return to Raw. That you don't want to miss that one. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This one took me forever to make, and I'm excited to bring more Universe Mode for you guys. But thank you guys so much. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave that like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.